What's up? I'm Levi, and this is my solar system, or at least the battery and the inverter and the connector hub. The panels outside are just a standard variety you can buy at Harbor Freight. Have just about 200 watts coming in during the day, so it's not that huge of a solar array. But on my batteries, I have 4 solar batteries, which are 35 amp hours each. And with all 4 of them, it means this battery is 140 amp hours. And so the experiment that I would like to try today is to find out if I can play a show off of this inverter, off of this solar system. This inverter is a 2000 watt continuous, 4000 watt peak inverter that I've plugged just a standard extension cord into, and let me show you what it goes to. Pretty much the majority of my equipment plugged up. I've got a large Yamaha mixer, a large pedal board, a large monitor, and a 15-inch Yamaha main right there. That is a 1000 watt speaker. The monitor is probably 200 watts. The pedal board, I'm not honestly even sure how to calculate it because it's a lot of little different things. The mixer's probably pulling about 50 watts. So anyway, here's the test. We want to find out how long I can play, or if I can play long enough on this solar system in order to last through an entire set so that I could go and play a show remotely without even plugging up to anything. So first things first, I'm going to walk over here and turn on the inverter. Then we're going to start turning on equipment. Okay, so my voltage in the total solar system right now is 13 straight up. Start turning on some equipment here. Let's make sure everything works. Oh, you see the pedals are already coming on?
Okay. The mixer's on. Pedals are all on.
Okay, here's the big test, the speakers. This is the biggest part right here, 1000 watts, and it'll be pulling continuously a small chunk of that. Okay, so everything in here is running on the solar system. That means the entire sound system, that means the lights, everything other than the phones and iPads. Alright, so looks like the solar system has held up so far. So I'm going to go over here and check the voltage and see how much we've pulled it down. The voltage right here currently reads 12.7. Now, I'm willing to bet that when I turn this inverter off, here, let me shut some things down. Okay, when I turn this inverter off, I bet this voltage number will start going back up. So, yep, it went back up to 12.8 immediately, and I'm not going to be surprised if it hits 12.9 and levels out at 13 again in just a second. And here's why it does that. It's because the batteries, the 4 batteries, begin to even out. After this inverter has been doing a really heavy draw on the batteries, it's been drawing from one end. Even though they're in parallel, it's drawing one end of the batteries down a little bit faster than the other end. So if the inverter is pulling really heavily from one side of the battery, and yeah, sure enough, this is back to 12.9 volts already, and I don't even think there's all that much. Yeah, actually there is no sunlight left. There's none at all. So in other words, the battery is slowly leveling itself back out, and it's gravitating towards 13 volts again without me even having to help it with the panels. And what I think that proves is that this thing has a lot more juice in it, and I'm gonna have to perform some more tests later to try to determine how far I can really stretch 140 amp hours with the entire system. The sun has been down for a little while, and so at this point we're only going on battery power. Go ahead and jam some gangster rap or something.
Check, some of you look through us, right as peace, got the rhythm and the feeling right. Oh, no grudge, let it slide, feeling mighty fine, just bring your nod. Hey boy, where you at, the party's all pitch on it. Reebok pumps with the BB, handle the beat in your little corner, strong to. Hey, chunk up, let me want to smoke, roll with your views, the back of my boat. No, can't work, we don't not private, dive down deep, you can grab it. Microphones with the little power, so really go get your new power, do. Hey, Nick, nobody need it, fool, we only been here for an hour, good. I propose a musician, to see you get right next to me, 26 inches on my Lexus G, what twitches, slaying my head with me in the face of the old school curve. And the strength is really sober. Just give me the time to live like my D5. And just my able to get to a bound Levi.
Okay, check. We're still rolling. I'm gonna check the voltage real fast. Voltage is saying now that it's down to 12.6. So I'm gonna go ahead and jam one more song and then cut the inverter back off and let the battery recover, and let's just see what happens. Turn the inverter off. Oh, immediately bounced back to 12.7 the second the inverter was turned off. So now let's see what happens if I turn 2 of these solar lights off. Yeah, immediately bounced back to 12.8. They're more like golf cart batteries as opposed to a car battery. A car battery will do solar, and you can do plenty of things with a car battery with a very basic solar system. However, it's made for cranking amps, so it's made for a large, strong pull all up front and not for kind of a drawn out continuous pull like what we just did. But with 4 35 amp hour batteries in series, it's back up to 12.9 already. With only a very brief break on the batteries, they've already leveled back out to 12.9, and they may even go back up to 13 here in a minute. Either way, they're registering as full. So in other words, we've built actually a solar system that can probably play an entire show. However, I'm running out of time for today and I have to go do some other things. So anyway, that'll be the end of the video for today. Thank you for watching.